First thing first, we have to understand the people that we are communicating with. Sometimes we call them stakeholders. Sometimes we call them publics, right? Publics in terms of public relations. Organizations will have to keep good relations with various publics. That's why if you sweep through any textbook that was written in the past about introduction to public relations, you will see chapters on media relations because media is one of the public. Community relations because community is another public. Consumer relations, consumer is another public. So those are different categories of publics that you have to deal with. But why sometimes we call them stakeholders and why sometimes we call them public? Let's talk about that. In terms of the term public is a group of people who are facing similar situations. So public emerges based on the fact that those group of people think of the things that they are facing collectively. It doesn't matter whether or not those people are from the same region, from the same country, from the same socio-economic status. They may or may not share those, but they have to face the same situation. That's why they call themselves, or people call those group of people a public, because they face some issue together. But stakeholders is usually used from the organization's perspective because there is this scholar, Freeman, and another scholar, James Grunick, from the public relations, if you heard of their names. They usually use the term stakeholders to describe any group or individual who is affected or affect the organizations. So those people might be affected by the organization, or those people might be affecting the organizations. And this is my interpretation. Usually, publics emerge from the issue that arise. It could be sensitive issue that the organization does something, right? And public feel that it's problematic or not problematic. But stakeholder, usually from my perspective, is how the organization try to categorize different groups of people so that they can communicate with those people effectively.